we're going to hear from the host, the one and only Phil Keoghan, joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Phil.
Good morning to you. Well, you had the privilege of speaking to two amazingly strong, competitive women. I'm sure well, I hope they talk themselves up.
Oh, they definitely did. As you probably know, Busy is very outspoken. And Phil, this
Yeah.
is the 36th season of the show. First, I want to ask you, is it the craziest season yet? How did it all go?
Well, it always goes well if we have a good cast, and that's something that we really pride ourselves in. And people continue to ask me, what's new and different about each season, every season. This is now our 36th season going to air, and people always say, "Oh, what's new and what's different?" And I go, "Look, what other show is there where the contestants literally read a surprise?" throughout the entire show, like throughout the entire series. They have no idea what's inside these envelopes. They rip them, they read them, and then they find out they're going to some surprise, really cool place. So, what's new and different is, again, we go to incredible places. And when you get somebody, when you get a team like Sunny and Busy, who are firefighters, and you mix them up with a mother and a son, and you mix them up with an ex-NFL player, and you mix them up with so-called ordinary people who are really interesting people, you're always going to get great content.
Yeah, we were asking Sunny and Busy if their firefighter training came in handy in this experience, and I saw a little bit of video of them in Mexico, and it looks like it came in handy. Can you share anything with us about what they were like on the show?
Well, look, first of all, how about acknowledging the fact that they are two people who are prepared to risk their own lives to save other people's lives? We go around the world and we do the Amazing Race, and um, it's a game, really. At the end of the day, it's a great fun time, and we make content for people to watch. But I just have huge admiration for people like Sunny and Busy, who are prepared to run into a burning building. When we run out of a building, they're running in to help save people. So they're not scared of anything, and they're very, very competitive. And for them, this is like a major break, because this is a chance for them to just have fun and not be worried about whether a building is going to fall down on top of them, or worrying about their coworkers uh, risking their life and limbs. So it's a nice way of saying thank you for what you do, and let's go have some fun around the world. So they were full of laughs, and I think really enjoyed themselves. I'm not sure what they said to you, but it seemed to me that they really enjoyed themselves and they made the most of the opportunity.
Oh, yes. They said it was the ultimate girls' trip, Phil. They absolutely loved it. And one last question for you. We're doing a behind the scenes series. So, is there anything you can share from your perspective about taping the show, The Amazing Race, that maybe our viewers would find interesting, or something that we might not know happens behind the scenes?
Well, a lot of people don't know that the show is shot as quickly as it is. It's 12 shows in around 20, just over 20 days. So we're moving very, very quickly. So the first team that gets eliminated might actually only be on the race for 36 hours, and then they're suddenly eliminated. So a lot of people don't know that. The other part that people find interesting is that when the teams come to the mat, I haven't seen what the audience has seen. So sometimes they'll call me out and say, "Hey, you didn't mention this or you didn't mention that at the mat." Sometimes it's because that information hasn't got to me, because the audience has actually seen everything that's interesting on that leg cut together
Hmm.
on the show, but I haven't necessarily seen it, uh, in real time.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I only get to see later. So a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, right?"
Yeah, it makes sense. See, it's the little things you don't realize that happen in the taping of a show. And it just all kind of connects for me now. I'm learning so much about the process. 36 seasons, Phil. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Our story is going to air tonight on CBS 58, and best of luck with the premiere tonight.
Yeah, we're excited. We're really excited. And the 90 minutes gives us a little bit extra to show, we get to show the audience more of the world. And of course, we get to show more of our characters, because we've just got more time than we've normally had. 90 minutes is really good for us.
Yeah, they've certainly got the best host.
Well, you're very kind. I mean,
I'm very
I'm still
honest.
around. I'm still here.
That means you're doing something right.